At some point in your life, and I'm sure it's happened already, you're going to have a Christian come up to you and try to convince you that you should become a Christian too. And you ask whatever questions you may ask this person, they're going to tell you just have to have faith. Well, I'm going to contend today and prove today that no Christians actually have faith in Jesus. One way to do this is to simply start asking Christians a couple of questions. They're very simple. And the first question is, do you believe that you must have faith in Jesus to be saved? And of course you'll get an affirmative. Of course they'll believe that. And then the next question you want to believe is, next question you want to ask is, do you believe that a person does not really have faith in Jesus if they don't believe the words that he said and act on them? Again, they're going to confirm this. Every good Christian will confirm this. I used to be a Christian. I know all about it. Then the next question is going to kind of hit them where it counts. Since they already confirmed that they believe that Jesus' words are true and that they must be believed in order to be saved, ask a Christian, will you loan me $1,000? Pick a really high amount. And the less you know the Christian, the better, because then they'll think, what gall you have to ask for that kind of money. Now you may get kind of a surprised look at first. Who are you to ask me for that kind of money? Well, here's the thing. You're testing their faith. Do they really have faith in Jesus? Ask them again. Do you really have faith that Jesus said and meant what he said? If they have confirmed this, then you're going to want to go to a verse in the Bible where Jesus is recorded as saying, "Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you." Now don't be surprised if they point the finger and tell you that, well, that's just not what it means, or you've taken that completely out of context, because that's a very famous argument. Something is out of context. Well, the entire Sermon on the Mount where Jesus is preaching here is all about just surrendering your life and not worrying about the things of this world, and about putting your total faith and trust in God. And of course, Jesus being God the Son, that qualifies. So a Christian must have their faith in Jesus in order to be saved. After all, what point is it to believe in Jesus if you're not going to believe in the words that he said? Now, you might also get some smiling faces that say something to the effect of, well, it just doesn't mean exactly what it says. Well, and it doesn't say what it really means. Well, if that's the case, Jesus said he's the way, the truth, and the life, and that no man comes to the Father except by him. How do we know he meant that either? That sounds just as crystal clear as Matthew 5:24, where Jesus says, loan to anyone, give to anyone. What you're really doing is testing a Christian's faith, and every single Christian you will ever ask this question to will dance around it and admit they're not going to loan you $1,000 or give it to you. Okay? Unless they're just ultra rich and they're just trying to prove a point. But the average person, pick somebody with $10,000 in the bank and you ask them for $5,000, they're not going to give it to you. I've written an entire book on how to answer a Christian. I've been on both sides. I've been there, done that. If you want to understand how to make a Christian really think about their faith instead of pushing Jesus down your throat, please visit my website, howtoanswerachristian.com. You can have this book, you can download it in just a few minutes, or you can order it through the mail. Either way, you'll really like it.